Are you recording this time?
Yep, I actually pushed the start recording button. Alright, so, as I mentioned before, this is our 5th session. This is the farthest that I have DM'd into Rage of Demons, so I'm pretty excited. We left off, you guys, well, something summoned a demon, and you guys escaped with a man that you guys met on the sacrificial block, and he took you on a raft to a glorious city named Gracklstugh. As you guys got closer to Gracklstugh, you noticed the temperature raised significantly. Even before you got to it, you could see a glow in the distance just from the city itself. You could hear the sounds of hammers and chisels and things like that. Lots of metalworking. Sounds like hustle and bustle. And let me go ahead and find the map again for you guys. Alright, do y'all have the map?
Yes, see the map.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you guys are coming from this way. And do you guys see the arrow that I put there at the top?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So you guys are coming from that way, and you guys are going towards these little docks here. And this is kind of what you see off in the distance. This is pretty much what Gracklstugh looks like on the inside. And as you guys are approaching, your guide, Hemeth, the man you escaped with, he is kind of explaining to you the general rules of how things work in Gracklstugh. He mentions that this place is completely run by the deurgar. Yeah, that's how you say it, deurgar. And they are a cranky bunch. They don't exactly like many other races other than theirs. So they're
You're
racist,
cutting
basically.
out again. Sounds better. At least it wasn't as bad.
So yeah, he's just explaining to you that the Durgar are not a happy bunch. The rules here are very simple and straightforward. You know, any rules that you wouldn't break in any other city, don't break here, because the jails here are not fun. Just kind of keep your head low and stay out of trouble, basically.
Very reassuring.
He also mentions to you, Kezzskull, that drow are not particularly liked. They'll do business with drow. I mean, they'll do business with just about anybody, but, you know, they're kind of singled out. You know, they like to try to get you for the littlest things.
I'm used to that.
And I need all of you to roll a dexterity check. Damn,
Wow,
guys,
we just
really?
nailed that.
Clearly, we're tired from the boat ride and epic
Right.
fight and then team and summoning.
We were told we were going someplace relatively safe. Not real fast on the uptake after that.
It's relatively safe.
Mm-hmm.
It's all relative. All right, so as you guys are approaching the dock, Hemeth looks at you guys and mentions that there are a few guards watching the docks. They seem to have noticed you, but they aren't taking any. Doesn't look like they're taking any immediate action. They obviously don't see you as an immediate danger, so they're just kind of hanging back and watching.
I'm not gonna look shady, so I'm sure not gonna move to hide myself after that.
Wait, what
That it?
happened?
We were noticed by the guards.
Oh, is that it? Well,
Mm-hmm.
um,
We're not
no,
doing
I was
anything.
assuming it was safe, right? I'm not hiding.
Yeah, it's safe. Like I said, the guards aren't attacking you or anything. They're not getting ready to attack you. They're noticing you. As you mentioned before, the deurgar don't really like outsiders, so they're suspicious about you, basically. And uh, as you guys get out of the boat onto the docks, onto the docks, the one of the guards comes up to Hemeth and asks him, "Who are you? What is your business here?" And Hemeth just calmly, politely explains that he's a slave trader, and you all um, are his slaves, basically, and he's come to uh, take you and sell you off at the market. And the Dwerger just kind of grunts and nods and walks off, not even taking notice to the fact that you guys aren't shackled or anything.
And we're pretty much all staring at him like, what?
Yeah. Well, after the guard leaves, he turns around and explains that, you know, once again, outsiders aren't very much liked, and he figured if he said you guys were slaves, that you guys would go a little bit more unnoticed.
Good to know.
And Hemeth explains that, well, let's see, you guys would be facing the south. So off to your right, there's the Blade Bazaar. That is basically the marketplace of Gracklstugh. There's a lot of merchants there that you can buy, sell, trade items for a fair profit. He also explains that kind of straight ahead, maybe off to the left a little bit, is the Dark Lake District. Basically, any foreigners that are from out of town are basically confined by law to this part of the city. He explains that as long as you guys kind of stay in that general area, you should be fine. Or in the
Once
bazaar.
again, good to know.
I guess the bazaar is kind of part of the Dark Lake District.
Yeah. Those little white walls should be the boundary of it.
Yeah, pretty much everything to the north of those white walls, of those gates, is fair game.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I could use a cold beer and a hot meal.
And a bath.
Let's see. I know there's an inn somewhere. One second.
And I'm just sitting over here shaking my head at the surface dwellers that can't handle a little dirt.
All right, so Himith tells you that to the south a little bit of the Blade Bazaar, where the merchants and stuff are, is Golborn's Lair, which is a popular inn, and they do welcome outsiders.
Well, sounds good to me.
Want to say.
Because you guys are wusses.
Says the girl that passed out from a shoulder
I got
injury.
stabbed. I got stabbed profusely.
I think we've
They're
all
the ones
gotten
with
stabbed
PTSD
once or
from the
twice.
demon, okay?
And Himith at that point tells you that he's going to be by the docks. He'll stay by the docks. He has some business to take care of, and if you need him, just search the docks, and that's where he'll be.
Fair enough. You could come to the inn if you need us on the same hand.
And once again, he thanks you for saving
Stay
his
away
life,
from the
basically.
fish.
Right. He thanks you guys for saving his life. He lets you know that, he's in your guys' debt, and he does plan on repaying you guys somehow. And with that, he parts ways. So, welcome to Gracklstugh. Are you guys gonna go and try to find this Golborn's lair?
Yeah, I think we should. Unless
Works
there's
for
any
me.
objections.
No, I suppose not. If you guys have to take a break, you have to take a break.
I imagine we're all just about starving at this point.
I would assume we would have probably eaten on the boat. That was quite a trip. But
Well, I mean, did we bring any food? Was there any food on the boat?
we had our packs.
Yeah, you guys had your packs, which have rations in them, so I would assume you would have eaten.
Plus, we've been foraging, so
I guess we're not starving.
You could
It'd
use
be
a
nice to
warm
get
meal.
something other than trail rations. Yeah, better than trail rations, at the very least. That and a good long rest would be nice. I imagine. I actually guess we already took one on the boat.
mm-hmm.
Either way, I want to go somewhere where I could try to work on this jewelry. That's another thing I wanted to ask. I guess the only thing I want to ask is I have a green gold bracelet and two of these onyx gemstones. Is there any way with my um, jeweler's skill and jeweler's kit that I could maybe fashion them all together to one nice little bracelet with onyx gemstones?
Yeah, you
We've
could do
got a
that.
bazaar right there. Why don't you just sell it?
Well, I mean, some of its parts come together, maybe possibly worth more.
Hmm?
Yeah, you could definitely do that. Let's see. With your jeweler's skill, hold on, let me pull it up real quick. I guess with the jeweler, there's really nothing to roll under per se. I would say though, if you guys are going to stay the night in an inn or something, that that would be sufficient amount enough time to fashion something, rather appealing.
I am trying to look up some stuff I could do with it, but yeah, just as it goes. Hold on, I found something, but I'll read this, and I guess you guys do in stuff or whatever.
All right, and as you guys walk through the bazaar there, you see a lot of Durgar merchants, all selling different types of items. But you notice some weird things as you kind of look around. Um, you notice that uh, just odd things, like a Durgar merchant suddenly turns invisible in the middle of a transaction, but keeps talking as if nothing happened, like he didn't even notice himself go invisible. Um, you see another Durgar merchant who uh, is constantly asking the opinion of somebody next to him that you don't see uh, or hear, but claiming that this person is invisible. There's another merchant who you notice insults customers when they're trying to sell something, but becomes a picture of politeness when they want to buy something. Just kind of strange little transactions going on.
Interesting.
And as
I
you
don't
get
know how much I would know about Druger, but that doesn't seem like full happenstance.
and as you guys get to the inn, you finally make your way through the bazaar. Oop. Through the bazaar down here to this little building, kind of built inside of a rock, it would seem. Um, Up above the door has Goldbrons on there, and as you walk in, um, you realize that it's built. Kind of seems like it's built inside of a cave, like a little cavern. Kind of leads down beneath the Blade Bazaar. Um, its halls are real cold and damp. There's a central chamber there that serves as a dining room, branching out into different small, little twisting halls along which the rooms are excavated. It's real dark, cramped, not very comfortable. There's all sorts of races from different places in the Underdark. But it's definitely fortified, definitely seems like a pretty safe place.
Sounds good to me.
I'm easy, guys. I'll follow.
I'm still kind of interested in the weird ass goings on in the bazaar, but I can wait to check that out.
Alrighty, and as I mentioned, it's packed full of people. Everybody just kind of talking, mingling, drinking, all that good stuff. But nobody really seems to be having a good time. But there are several Several people there just kind of look hard as stone, don't really have friendly faces, and then there's some there that look like, you can just walk right up and talk to them. So there's just characters of all sorts chilling there.
Are we planning on staying the night?
I was.
Then we should probably get rooms first, and then decide on. I think your aunt said he wanted a bath.
We'll go talk to the barkeep then, or the inn owner.
Well, that was just throwing it in there with everything else. It's not like I was like, oh yeah, guys, it has to have a hot bath. It's like we're gonna get some food and some sleep. Might as well have a bath too.
He's like, I'm so dirty.
Seriously.
Demon blood, it's nasty.
Fish guts, all that.
All right, and as you approach the barkeep, you see a small little female Durgar there, and for a Durgar, she actually seems to have a pretty light expression, and she kind of looks at you and says, "What is it you want, traveler?"
We need some accommodations for the night.
It's gonna cost you. As you can see, it's cramped in here, so I'm not charging a very low price at the moment.
Shouldn't be an issue.
She says, "All right, it'll be 7 gold pieces per each of you."
Separate rooms?
Is the room gilded in gold?
It will be when we're done.
Shh.
I warned you that the prices were high.
You said high, not obscene.
This is a race thing, isn't it?
I told you they were going to get me arrested, Lyco.
Says, "The only thing obscene around here is your face. Now you'll pay your 7 gold, or you can get out of my inn."
I believe this is time for some skill checks.
Oh, God. The drow who's not an idiot is standing in the corner just looking at them like, really? That is not how you go about bargaining with the innkeeper.
You are so lucky there's no guards in here.
That's... yeah.
Well, I am going to try to persuade her to bring the price down a little bit. And I'll say, I'll point to the various fish guts on us
Don't
and
include me in
smell.
this.
And I'll be like, does it look like we have a huge amount of money here?
It doesn't look like you have any money, but that's not my problem now, is it?
At least it's persuasion and not an intimidation.
I think you could. These are not the droids you're looking for.
And all of a sudden,
I
you're
think-
teleported to a different universe.
Is it far, far away?
Very far, far away.
Considering that skill check, goddamn.
Surely you can work with us a little bit on a better price.
God damn your high rolls.
Right?
I rolled a 1 earlier. Don't jinx it.
No, he wants to jinx you.
And she looks at you and looks at the rest of your crew. She sees cute little stool standing there, shaking.
I'm trying to look pathetic.
She sneers at the drow. And she says, "Very well. Since there's a lot of you, I'm sure I can still make plenty of coin by lowering it down to 4 gold piece a person."
Most amicable of you. I think we could do that.
And remind me again, you guys have Gem Jar, Eldith, and Stool, right? Those are the 3 NPCs left?
Yes.
Yeah. I've got Elder.
Yep. Yep.
Alright. So, basically what I'm going to do is have each of you just remove 4 gold from your inventory. And then Stool can get it
Done.
free because she thinks Stool's cute.
Like everybody.
Uh-huh.
So it's got like a 25 charisma.
That's all he's got.
Every other stat's a dumb stat for Stool.
Yeah. True submissive all up in there. You don't want to hit it.
My brain fried. What are we talking about?
Rooms.
We
right.
all just spent 4 gold on some rooms.
Alright,
That
so
was stool, apparently.
basically you guys are going to share a room with your respective NPC. And you guys can decide what you're going to do with this long rest, if there's anything you want to do.
I have a
Fayen,
couple
if you want a
things.
bath, you can damn well get your bath.
I do want to do the whole jewelry thing I talked about, but
Right.
other than that, besides a little, food, drink, and another bath,
Yeah, it may have been a
that
high
would
price,
be
but it
it.
all comes with food, drink, all you can eat, all you can drink.
Yeah.
Comes with bath, all that
Works.
stuff, so. She may be high priced, but damn it, she gives you everything you need.
Could be worse. On that note, I actually just bought the 5th edition DM screen, and aside from it being like probably too short to hide dice rolls, it apparently has a huge section just dedicated inns and random like ale and crap. I mean, just really unnecessary section
Yeah,
describing
I
like
got one too. I keep forgetting to pull it out.
swap. It's got like one panel of good information.
Right, the rest of it's just random crap.
I don't need you to describe the quality of inns for how much gold or how much a gallon of ale costs. I think D&D is convinced that 90% of the game occurs in taverns.
Sometimes it
doesn't.
does. Yeah.
That's so weird. I must have a different DM screen because I don't see that anywhere.
Oh, it's
Is it the
How do
new
mine's
I
on
one?
the
whisper
far
you,
right.
Lego?
The revised?
What does your graphic have on the front? Mine just has like a single dragon.
Yeah, mine's got a dragon and a bunch of like dragonborn attacking something.
Yeah,
No, I
you got
don't
the
have that one.
revised one.
Yeah, I have the new one. It came up as like new, like a month ago or some shit.
Yeah, mine's got all the conditions and the effects of cover and obscured areas and different skills and stuff. Setting a DC, all that shit.
On my far right panel, I have like in stuff. I have that what you just described, the DCs and stuff, and then I have like a weird, um, like damage for levels. Like, what would appropriate damage be for something in a level? It's
Yeah,
kind
I got that.
of weird.
Anywho,
How do I whisper you, Lego?
huh?
I was trying to figure out how I whisper you, but I don't think I can. I think you can only do to me, not the other way around.
In Fantasy Grounds, or?
Because you never answer when I talk to you on.
Oh yeah, because I'm afraid everything's gonna freeze.
Yeah. That's why I was looking for how to do it here.
I have no idea.
Because I can't just click on you like I can on them.
Just go ahead and whisper me on Discord. Alright. So your jewelry thingy, what was it exactly you were trying to make?
I wanted to set the 2 onyx gemstones into the green gold bracelet.
Okay. So, since they're fashioned together, I'm going to up the value a little bit. First, let me do this real quick. There we go. So now on your inventory, you should see green gold onyx bracelet.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Fancy. And are you taking a bath, Urians, or are you doing something special?
No, I'm gonna like try to not be noticed by anybody or anything here. I'm gonna lay low.
Such a good boy following directions.
Following the cover my ass rule.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing says D&D like a big bar fight.
Don't get ahead of me, bro.
How'd you know?
1 second. I'm whispering. Sweet nothings.
My people call that conspiring.
Shush, you guys are still PTSD'd from the demon. You're paranoid.
No, you have every reason to be paranoid. Just kidding. Just kidding. Why would you
It's
be
not paranoia if it refers to a drow.
Right. There's always something shady.
It's not paranoia if they're actually watching you.
Right. Okay. Long enough silence time here. So has everybody got their ass washed and everything?
I think so.
Shush. You guys are just jealous.
That your ass stinks?
No, that I'm plotting. That's the paranoia talking again.
I'm still a little shaken from all the giant demon summoning.
Mm-hmm. PTSD does that. It's awful. Makes you hallucinate.
All right.
I'm also pretty disgusted by this Gracklstugh mead or whatever they're serving.
It's Gracklstugh, and it is fine mead.
I'm an elf. There's no such thing.
It's a lava smoke mead.
That actually sounds kind
Ooh,
of
artisan.
Smartass. All right, so you guys wake up the next day. I mean, you think it's the next day. You guys are in the Underdark, so no one really knows.
I know.
Shut up. And so, and you guys kind of feel a little bit of a tickle in your chest, a little bit of a cough. You know, keep clearing your throat, and you can pretty much guess it's because the air's so smoky and disgusting and black with tar and ash that it's slowly killing you.
Nice.
Like we're Chinese.
As you guys spent some time in the inn, you've learned of a term called Gracklstugh that a lot of newcomers who stay a long time end up getting. It's basically like emphysema, just medieval style.
That is terrifying.
And a good thing
Yeah.
I'm a healer.
It's like if emphysema and tuberculosis had a baby.
I mean, I guess it would kind of be like the soot lung or the coal lung that the miners.
Yeah, it's
get.
basically colon.
If any of us get that
lung.
bad along, we'll worry about it. Until then, a little coughing we can handle.
Yeah, I mean, in order for it to kill you, you'd have to be here for several days.
Just several days.
I'm sorry, several months. Oh. I was reading while I was saying that.
I was like, I can heal us, every other day just to be safe.
No, you'd have to be there a long time. All right, so what are you guys going to do?
Well, I guess we're all going to gather, and I'm going to suggest once we do that we try to sell some of the goods we found. Well, single good now.
Trip to the bazaar? I'm down for that.
Keep in
Gonna
mind too,
have
you
to.
guys can buy stuff there too. So if you guys get enough gold or whatever, you can buy some shit.
What do you mean if? We have a shit ton.
We do. I had like 24 gold. Now I've got 20 because of the room.
But I mean, that was a good room.
It was gilded, remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's gilded with gold, man. It was actually plastic, but you didn't know that.
And trust me, for the Underdark, that's classy accommodations.
Plastic is probably really expensive.
Right.
Well, compared to our last accommodations, if you remember, cave in the middle of nowhere.
Those were really sturdy bars, high
Yeah.
quality, all the way.
Nice iron necklaces.
Complimentary jewelry. Gotta love it. Anyway, shopping.
Shopping.
The fact that you did that better than I did.
Let's
Well,
go
you
shopping.
didn't add You didn't add a fantastic voice to it.
You fucking
I'm gonna
guys! I
take Stool
swear
for
to
a
God.
walk. Just because she can't look at that with a straight face.
He's a high elf and he's a jeweler. Something might be wrong somewhere in the picture.
These gems are
She doesn't
fabulous.
judge. She doesn't judge, but she also can't look at that with a straight face. She's gonna take Stool for a walk.
So that's why you keep looking longingly at Fayore or Fayen.
No, I'm
What
vain.
did I do?
I look longingly at myself.
Oh, okay.
The running joke in my other game I'm playing, because I'm playing a paladin, is I keep staring at my own ass so I can never perceive anything with my negative perception.
Nice. I feel like that kind of goes against
Upside.
everything that a paladin believes in, but whatevs.
Depends on who he follows. If he's a paladin of Soon, he's all good.
Right.
No, one of those dirty, vengeful paladins.
Well then,
Nice.
there's no saving you.
All right. So.
It's because the Fantasy Grounds picture I use is like Fabio looking. Anyway, bazaar time.
To the bazaar.
How bizarre! How bizarre!
I knew that was coming, and I knew it was gonna be you that did it. I thought about that last night while I was looking at this. I was like, you know what? I bet Urians is gonna make a joke about that.
I've always got some movie or song reference.
Yeah, you say that, and now I've got friggin' Thief and the Cobbler in my head.
And as you guys get back to the bazaar, once again you're looking around, and the deurgar there, most of them are acting rather odd. One's over there yelling at somebody, threatening to kill them, and then, a few seconds later is denying ever saying anything about killing anybody. And people keep
Okay, so
turning
again, I'm
That's
invisible.
none
not
of
sure
my business.
how much I would know about Deurgar, just on principle.
You would know quite a bit about
Obviously
them.
they've done. So I'm aware that this is unusual behavior.
Yes. I mean, it's rare. I mean, you know that the deurgar actually, at one point, were considered a respectable people, but now they're all just kind of cranky and crazy.
Can I roll a... I don't have any magic perception. Didn't take that one. Shoot. I've got insight. Would that do any good?
Not really. Alright, so which of you is going to sell something?
I'm going to tell Kezzskull we gotta sell all our gems and jewelry. Probably be best for the jeweler to go negotiate for it.
I have nothing that I'm giving him to sell. I only had the one onyx gem, and I'm keeping that.
I mean,
What
you could pay us for it.
Here we go.
No, that one was mine. You got your
Kind of
potions.
kick back,
I got
sipping
my
on
gem.
something.
Well,
Might be
I'm
wine.
afraid you don't quite understand how this works. We sell all the things that we've acquired as a group and split the profit.
And that is my profit. I'm not interested in anything that your dirty little jewelry gets. You can keep it.
I mean, I suppose
You
you
and
could keep your
Urians can
gems.
argue over.
No, I sit back and watch y'all argue. I just kind of enjoy myself, or keep myself out of it at least.
And you notice
So you're just gonna go along with
Fayen,
whatever he wants.
You notice, Fayen,
otherwise.
as they are bickering, that heads are starting to turn in their direction. People are kind of noticing.
Hang on.
This would not be the place to start a fight with me.
I mean, you can keep your gem then if you don't want any of the other profits.
I figured that elicit a chuckle with what I just did.
I can't see anything.
You're right, but a DM can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like hiding in the. I kind of like fade back into the shadows.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like poof gone.
Fucking rogues.
It's so shitty. He didn't
I'm
even tell you guys. He just dipped.
They just start arguing, and it's like that picture, Homer Simpson that kind of fades into the bushes.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one.
I repeat, I don't want anything to do with his little trinkets. You can go sell your shit, and I'm gonna be over here walking still. Have fun.
Fucking drow. And I just keep going along my way, looking for a proper jeweler or someone to sell it to. Now, I know this is a long shot, but as a guild person, I have guild membership. Maybe there's an off chance that there's some sort of jeweler's guild presence down here. It could even connect all the way to the surface.
There's not a jeweler's guild. There is a
I was
guild.
gonna say not here.
Yeah.
Worth a mention. I just look for someone specializing in jewelry or gems or whatever in the bazaar.
And now I'm wondering where the rogue went, but
He's
he
like
at least
hiding under
treats
a
me
table.
decently. I'm like, I put stool down and like go to look for the rogue, and it's like
I
Wait.
smile and wave.
you're like, yeah, under the table, like, hi.
Just sipping on a brew.
I'll let y'all argue it, and I will pay. Basically, it's twofold. It's one, I'm staying out of y'all's arguments, and two, I'm watching for any trouble that happens so I can like help
Help my ass! You're gonna run away.
if need be. Yes, but I will help if it's it benefits me.
No, see that the drow totally gets that. If you want to run, she's good with it. That's about what she expects anyway. So
Fayore is just kind of imagining you went to buy or sell something yourself. I mean, he's not really.
I got no.
Or steal
you
something.
question why you were under the table.
Or whatever, I don't judge anybody. I mean, we're in the Underdark, surrounded by weird dwarfs. I don't care what you do.
Oh, guys, check this out. Hold on, let me find it.
Are you gonna get that stupid picture?
Yes. So, you guys remember how I was looking for the picture of the
Remember where it
Durgar?
is?
No, I fucking don't, but I'm going to find it. So I was looking for the picture of the Durgar to show you guys what a Durgar looks like.
It was under gallery.
Oh, that's the wrong Durgar. Hold on. Alright, so that's what the Durgar look like. Really pale, cranky looking little people.
Yeah, Underdark dwarf.
Pretty much.
Deep dwarfs
A little crazier than dwarves.
Just a bit.
with snow fluffy beards.
Aren't they always bald as well?
Yeah. And then I was trying to find you guys a picture of a Darrow because you guys saw that dude muttering to himself. Yeah, this is a Darrow.
Yeah, I remember him. He's like sort of weirdly fey touch dwarf.
Yeah, kind of.
Gnome.
Yeah, he's a gnome.
Oh, is a Darrow a gnome or a dwarf?
I think it's
Darrow should be
a
gnome.
gnome type creature. I don't know.
Deurgar, dwarfs, Darrow are gnomes. Drow are elves.
Nibbling their gnomes.
Yep, Sverfneblin.
They are
That's
as well,
what
yeah.
Jimjar is. Fuck. What were we doing? Oh, you were looking around trying to
He's
find.
selling shit. I'm wondering why the rogue's under the table.
Well, y'all
You're
can
the one
go.
that said I was under the table.
Right. You can go find the rogue. Fayore, you look around.
Yeah, if there doesn't look like there's any trouble, I'll just kind of like step out, like, hey, like I'm looking at something, like no big deal.
Okay, well,
I disbelieve you. I am seriously giving you the face of disbelief, but I don't care, so it's not hostile.
so
He's
yeah,
selling things.
you look around Fayore and you spot a little tent-like thing, like they have in the old-time marketplaces. I don't know what you call it. A little stand, and you can see several little shiny pieces of jewelry, some gems, things like that. So you can gather that that's probably your best place to go.
Yeah, definitely go up to the bazaar stand owner or whoever's manning the booth.
And there's a little Duergar there. Looks really old and worn down. He kind of grunts at you. What do you want?
Just here to do a little business. Do you buy and sell or just sell, sir?
Well, I'd like to say that I just sell, but if you have something worth my while, then I might take a look at it.
I believe you might like this item I have here that I worked on, and I'm gonna show him the green gold onyx bracelet, but not like hand it
The
over.
hell with that?
That was a Gundam.
Yes, it was. That is my alert message.
Fucking nerds.
Shut up.
I kid.
That's Wing Zero. Shush.
All right, I'm sorry. What'd you say, Fayore?
Oh, I show him the bracelet, but I'm not like handing it over just yet.
He doesn't even try to take it from you. He looks at it. He's all, I'll give you 250 gold for it.
Hold on, skill check time.
Considering the onyxes were 100 apiece, and that's an onyx and emerald.
Yeah, this dude's
No,
trying
it's
to make a
onyx
profit,
and
man.
the bracelet.
This old geezer's trying to make a profit, guys. Just trying to feed his Deo grandkids, or his Duergar grandkids.
It seems a bit low. I'm not just some adventurer. I mean, I craft these myself. I know the worth.
And he grunts again, kind of snickers. Says, I don't care if you know the worth. I'm just telling you what I'm giving you. Take it or leave it.
Big market, plenty of other people. I know you could do better, and you know you could do better.
And he kind of gets flushed in the face and says, well then, if you think you can do better, then why don't you go to the other markets? Or the other stands, rather.
Well, I would.
Wow, dude.
Well, I appreciate your stance. Perhaps I'll be back. I would like to
Is that like,
peruse. I
sounds
would
like
like
it's
to
like a garage
peruse your
sale
wares
information.
further. Once I have a little coin in my pocket, I'd like to peruse these fine gems you have here.
And at that, he kind of looks a little bit surprised. Oh, well, you didn't tell me that you were willing to buy, too.
Oh yes, of course. Like I said, I'm a jeweler.
Well, in that case, I'll give you 350 gold. You're lucky I like you,
Hmm.
Fayore.
You know what? That sounds fair. And I'd like to spend 100 of that on sorted gems and rings.
All right. Oh, fuck. You're going to make me pull out my DMG for this, aren't you?
You don't have to. I mean, $100 in mixed bag of rings and gems.
And see, right about this point, I'm very happy I didn't want your junk.
Do a little, you know, what skill checks, crafting checks, profession checks, whatever it is. Over a couple days or however, whenever I got the free time.
Yeah, just make some shit.
Yeah, just make some random shit.
Fuck. I accidentally, like, fucked myself here. I lost the map and I don't know where it
That's
is.
not good.
You, GM, you can go fuck yourself.
Right?
Can't. There's no way to
That's
share.
that's one of the GM's abilities to fuck them own selves.
I, like, went to move the map down, but I, like, moved it too fast, so now it's, like, out of frame and I can't grab it. Oh, I got it. Man, I'm a boss. All right.
At least the client didn't crash.
Right? Don't jinx it, man.
Knock
All
on,
right.
on wood.
So, how do you think we should do this? Just put a bag of assorted rings in a bag of assorted gems?
Sure.
Dude's
Or are
got
there any
the bag sitting back
particular
behind the.
particular gems you were wanting to purchase?
No, whatever seems to be the best quality for price ratio.
All right. So we'll say you spend about what 25 on the rings and then 75 on the gems. Because gems obviously are going to be a little more expensive.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, I'm going to update your gold here real quick. So you gave you 350, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll take 100 from that. All right, there we go. All right. So in your inventory there, you should see at the top bag of assorted rings and gems, and your gold has been updated to 275.
That looks good to me. All right. I thanked the, little shopkeeper.
And he kind of grunts at you, flips you off, and just walks away to the back of his little tent there and pretends that you don't exist.
Deurgars are such rude people.
Yeah, they're little assholes, dude. They got little man syndrome bad.
Well, whatever. I go around looking at, you know, for Fayen around the bazaar, seeing what he got into after he disappeared.
There's a whole
Have
lot
you
I
been
could get into. I'm trying not to though.
There is. You guys notice
resisting
several.
the roguely urges?
You guys notice several tents that do sell weapons, armor, shields, miscellaneous items, potions, stuff like that. I mean, at this point, it'd be up to Fayore if you wanted to spread the wealth, or if you guys have enough money for whatever.
Say
That's
I'm
why I
more
was
of a
looking. I was looking for Fayen so we can split the profit.
Give him his share, basically.
All right, however
I'm
much you want to
easy.
give him, you can just
I'm
tell
not
me
a
however
greedy
you're able to.
rogue. I know that sounds odd, but
I've just been wandering around, looking, keeping my eye out for things, especially because the Druger acting kind of weird, and that's concerning. After they're telling me there's demons loose and about. Not quite sure I believe them, even though they've all corroborated it. So I'm just kind of listening here and there.
All right, Fayore, whatever gold you want to give to Fayen, you can just remove it from your stuff, and then Fayen, you can put it on yours, and then you guys can just tell me what you want to buy if you want to buy anything.
Fayen add 125 gold,
okay. Thank you, sir.
and I disclose to you that I have a bag of gems and rings that I bought for 100 that I will be crafting into some jewelry here for a little more profit.
Cool. Let me know if you need me to acquire anything or find contacts for other stuff.
Will do.
Dirty little rogue. Love it.
Yeah, that's actually probably what I've been doing my time is actually trying to make some contacts and network with the underground here. The underground that's underground.
Roll
Good luck with
me.
that.
Deep underground.
Are you just trying to find contacts just for like fencing or for selling or for like the
Any
surface or
underground activities,
Black market.
anything.
okay?
See, now I
And
know why you were walking around
information,
with the glove.
fencing, all kinds of stuff.
That's why he's walking around with the drow. Shady bitch.
Um, go ahead and roll me an investigation. All right, so as you're walking around making small talk with people, you do come into contact with various, people of different, races and things. And you do find out that there actually is rumored to be a woman around here who is the like leader of the merchant council, and it's rumored that she has contacts that lead to the surface. Um, also,
Yeah, I will definitely want to be pursuing that.
and also, you do happen to hear wind of a certain Darrow. Nobody was really able to give you names, but a certain Darrow that's good for selling stolen stuff and not so legal stuff, and acquiring it as well.
Sweet. I'll let Fayore know. Look, hey, possibly found us a contact to get us to the surface. Got to do some more checking though.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Uh, would you mind if I helped you look, or were you better off on your own for such things?
Would I know if he would be useful or more of a problem? Is it something I need to do solo rogue style, or is it like, nah, it's cool, come on? Is his tracking or something maybe help? I don't know what you're envisioning in your mind, how I'm finding this connection.
I would imagine just you being a rogue, your cunning and ability to kind of talk to people and just find stuff out through small talk.
That's a really pretty surface figure. Where'd that come from? Oh, we know this one girl. She brings down service stuff all the time.
Yeah,
Blah, 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 blah,
shit like that.
After you hear, there's a chick that brings down surface stuff from 3 different stalls. Yeah.
Know a guy that knows a guy.
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
I kind of want to know if anybody's petting Stool.
Oh, so many people stop to pet it. Other people kind of walk by and just kind of slightly just kick him just because they can.
Ugh. They get glares. I pick it up. After about the first or second time he's been kicked, I'm just gonna pick
That's
it up.
all right. Every time
they have to.
every time they do it, they all of a sudden get this really sharp headache and kind of wander away.
I kind of want to ask Stool what's up with that, because like lean down to pick it up after it's been kicked the second time, and the dude goes stumbling off, and it's just kind of like, what are you even doing, little one?
And Stool doesn't reply.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't, but
It just kind of eeks. Kind of swings its
yeah, still nobody
little
kicks
stubbies.
it again. I'm carrying him. If they wish to pet it, they can come up and pet it.
No, people are afraid of you. You're a drow.
Yeah, well. They were perfectly
I'm
happy to
back.
pet him when he was following me.
Right. And as you guys are in the little marketplace there, the bazaar, you notice that off by the docks there seem to be 2 figures standing there doing some sort of deal with somebody else, and they seem to be dressed oddly familiar and armor that you've seen not too long ago. And as you get closer,
Like our captors.
as you get closer, you notice that they are elite guards from that one bitch. I can't even remember her name, Ilvia or.
Ilvia, yeah.
They seem to be her elite guards. As they're looking around, they don't seem to take notice to you. They're not anybody that you've noticed, that you've seen before, that you think you've seen before. You can just tell by the armor that they are, a couple of elite guards.
Can we tell that they're from Elkinen?
Velkenvelv, yes. They are wearing
Yeah.
this exact same armor as the elite guards.
Okay, so they're not just random elite drow.
Yeah.
So,
Where am I during this?
You all are just kind of in the middle of the bazaar.
we were wandering.
Just making sure.
And
Yeah,
now we were wandering back the other way. Very
yeah,
casually, don't draw attention. Just wander back the other way.
yeah. I mean, as long as you don't attract too much attention, they won't. I mean, there's no way they would know who you are.
They didn't yell and start running. I'm not gonna yell and start running. I'm just gonna very calmly turn and walk the other way. If you guys are smart, you're coming too.
All right, so I'm guessing. I'm going to assume here, assuming that you guys are coming around. Oops. Here and then going. Damn it! Hold on. And then going up through here.
Holy crap, she got a wall of text message from my wife. That's got to be good.
Uh-oh.
Yes, assuming that the drow were up on the other end of that first arrow, then yeah.
Yeah, that's about where they were.
Out of line of sight, pretty please, and thank you. I'm also going to assume that you guys turned and walked away with me, yes? Neither one of you is hankering for a rematch?
No.
I'm not staying. We could kill some elite guards and then get thrown in jail, but that's not probably the best thing to do.
All right, and as you guys come around that giant little cavern rock thing, you guys are basically in the middle of the Dark Lake district that Hamath was telling you about. A wave of heat kind of slams against you as an acrid smog rises to choke the air out of your lungs. You can see the Dark Lake spreads out beyond a jumble of buildings and streets, reflecting the lights of countless fires burning across the city, within hollowed out columns and stalagmites. So it's just random flames shooting out of these things. Though the streets are crowded, you move easily within the surging throngs of buyers and more merchants and slaves and all that. You're not the only outsiders here either. You see other drow that aren't elite guards. You see drow, Swerfneblin, Darrow, orcs, and all sorts of other races. There's no fish people here, which is strange. The shouting of people blends with the sound.
Orcs got hungry.
Right. Shouting of people blends with the sound of a distant hammering to create a constant, distracting din. So you guys are in the middle there.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys get into the middle, the rhythmic hammering of the city's forges is drowned for a second by a thundering roar and the sound of crumbling rock. Deurgar and visitors turn alike to look as a two-headed, gray-skinned giant bursts through a gate, howling madly and lashing out left and right, littering the plaza with rock and stone. As he keeps roaring and bellowing, one of his swings connects with a Deurgar soldier, whose body just immediately just breaks, and his broken body flies through the air and crashes near you with a sickening crunch.
Shoot.
Well, just another day in Gracklstugh.
That's why everybody's just kind of looking and not fleeing, yeah.
This is what he looks like, except he has two heads, and they're kind of not deformed looking, but more sinister looking.
Stone giant.
Is there?
It's a stone giant with two heads, or it just looks like a stone giant?
No, it's a stone giant with two heads.
Well, wouldn't that make him a stone Etten?
Will you stop getting
Or
all
his
technical
mama
on me?
like Eddens or something.
It's a D&D creature of large size.
Anyways,
But no, that's not good. That's not good.
um, can
can
I?
I get you guys to roll a wisdom check?
Okay, I was just gonna say, can I roll perception? But wisdom will work.
Yeah, it's gonna give you the same stuff if you pass. Woo! Damn.
Kezzskull wants
Just,
to ask it how its day is going.
it's
Pretty
just a
much.
straight wisdom check.
Yeah.
Considering I was gonna ask if it, lived in the city anyway. That's about right.
You know how to get to the surface?
Yeah. Are you from around here?
All right, so you guys don't notice anything other than the fact this
Grab them
two-headed.
by the shoulders and pull them backwards.
Pretty much.
Not friendly.
Not friendly.
That's about all you can do. Let's see.
Fayen noticed he's pissed.
You seem to be upset, friend.
And it's just
Yeah, we got that
and
body.
slobbering everywhere and just clobbering pretty much everybody that's around it.
Oh shoot.
Hold on, I'm setting up the encounter now. If y'all want to open that glorious little combat tracker.
Yep, open already. You can toss our initiatives whenever.
Now, Ginger and Eldith, they're not here, are they?
They technically could have come out with us,
yeah,
but we
I mean,
didn't ask.
that depends on you guys. Because since you guys are in the center of the market, all of you guys will have plenty of room to fight this thing. So if you want them to be with you, that's fine.
I mean, I guess it's up to you.
I told you I got my NPC, so.
You'll
By
have
the way,
to
I am
roll.
turning it and putting down, behind us and, telling him to stay out of the way.
You'll have to roll Eldest. It didn't have it on her sheet.
Yeah, I got it. I thought I did. Let me try that again.
Have you played with that new feature they've got in there where it like rolls initiative each round?
No, I have not.
I actually kind of like that. It can go really for or really against the PCs.
Yeah, that's kind of how
It's an
Pathfinder is,
interesting
isn't it?
concept.
I like it for the
Yeah,
randomness of the
Pathfinder's
combat.
just the beginning.
Mm.
It's a pretty cool variant rule that I never thought about.
Tested it the other day. It did seem you want to wait till at least third or so before you do it because it's very easy to get the bad guys going, twice in a row before the PCs do, and at first level that can be deadly.
Yeah.
So is this thing actively targeting people? Or is it just destroying property?
Both.
It doesn't discriminate.
Yeah. Because the whole point of, trying to find out if this thing lived down here, if we kill one of their citizens, whether it was rampaging or not, they're likely to still arrest us.
It just busted out of this. It just busted out of this gate. Hold on. No, that's not what I want. Fucker.
Like, I mean, you just got
AFK
done
just a
buying
second.
shit from the guy, you know?
So this gate right here. Wow, I drew that really big.
Yeah, we see what you mean, though.
I know what you mean.
And like that, it did come out of the place that's not for the guests. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't have been beyond that wall
Right. Somebody would
because
have
that's
known about it if
for
it was.
citizens only. So
Yeah.
yeah. So just a heads up on that from my knowledge of Druurger, guys. The fact that we don't know whether it actually lives there and just kind of wandered in from the Underdark. Just you might want to keep that in mind if we kill somebody that lives here. We could still be fucked.
Well, you know from dealing with the Duergar in the past that they do commonly have stone giants around for various reasons.
Okay, good. So he basically would equate to a slave. Don't kill it, because then you have to make compensation for it. So we can restrain it, but just don't kill it.
We'll wait for Urians.
Yeah. Urians actually listens to me. Sin doesn't.
It's because you two bicker like children.
Yeah, well.
Well, it's not my fault. Kezzskull wants to sleep with my character.
She wouldn't touch that with a 60-foot pole and gloves on.
How freaking hilarious would it be if by some miracle your characters ended up falling in love with
I'm
each
back.
other?
Fucking hell no. She wouldn't touch
I-
that with a
I think-
60-foot pole and gloves on.
I think I get advantage against what's it? What savings throws? Hold on, let me get my abilities.
I was just letting Sin know Urians, because Lyco says from my prior Druurger knowledge that we know that they keep those around. And since it did come from the area of the city where it's supposed to be,
You have saving
Oh, yeah.
throws against being charmed.
I have
Yeah.
advantage on being charmed.
yeah, charmed my ass. She's not even gonna try.
Yeah.
From the part of the city where people actually live, that if we kill it, we might just be like liable for damages, just because it's not necessarily not someone's kid or slave. So you probably don't want to kill it, because they, regardless of the rampaging, they'll probably still try to arrest us if we kill it.
So dual damage.
I
Yeah.
don't think I don't think he makes a distinction on us.
No, but
They don't
if
care
we're
about
gonna
that.
survive afterward, we're gonna die by being arrested by the Druurgar either. So just throwing that out there. I mean, you're welcome to do what you want, but I'm just saying.
Damn Underdark.
This thing could potentially do some damage too.
No pity.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a giant
So one of you might die.
holding a stalactite or a stalagmite.
I don't think it counts either way. Once it comes out of the ground, it's just a rock.
No, he's got a club of some sort. I don't know. Whatever it is, it does bludgeoning damage. Yeah, it's club.
So having
Probably a
safely,
lot of it.
safely enscored stool somewhere out of the way. What's
Alright.
the deal here? What are we doing?
Well, as of initiative, you're actually first, so
Okay, well, do I even have anything that I can do at that point?
Jim Jar and Eldith have some damage. Do they recover any of that from the
Just
rest?
a long
yeah, I
rest.
forgot to
Yeah.
take that off. They're
Oh, and can you bring up Jim Jar's sheet on me? Thank you.
Are you going at this one at range? then?
No, I'm not a range combatant really.
Mm. Or
I
was it
am.
Urians? Yes, I was about to say,
Yeah.
was it you then that had the bow?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I could if you had a plan for something. I
I still
thought.
have my guiding bolt spell. It does radiant damage, and then it'll give uh the next. I guess it'll be Jim Jar. I don't know. It just says attack roll. It doesn't necessarily say ranged.
What's the spell?
Radiant guiding bolt, because it says I have to make a ranged spell, but then it just says on hit the next target or on the next attack. There's a bonus. It's just an advantage.
Yeah, I mean that would apply to any attack roll. It doesn't have to be ranged. It's just that's a ranged attack for you.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking guiding bolt. It had to be, had to be ranged because guiding. Hey, what do you know?
Right, right.
Shoot. Oops, dang it, wrong one. That one. There we go. Slow the fucker down if I can. Why does it not tell me if that hit or not? Oh, because I didn't have it targeted. Like a moron.
That was a good roll too.
Yeah, I know, right? It's alright.
Still hit.
Oh, yeah. These ones I hit with, like, pretty consecutively.
Oh, are you going with Ray of Frost instead of the guiding shot?
Yeah, because we don't want to kill it. Like I said, or at least I'm trying not to kill it, so I want to slow it down. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna
Because
Google all
if
these
it can't
subdual
come up
damage.
on us any faster, you know? Yeah, okay.
Excuse me.
Who had Jim Jar?
I think he said he was going to Google something real quick.
Oh, probably.
Oh, sorry, I'm Jim Jar. Okay. Well, I was reading and it said in the player's handbook on the final hit against him, you could opt to make it lethal or non-lethal. Otherwise, it's all just the same damage with no like subdual damage pool or anything.
Oh, that changed for 5e then.
I mean, I might be wrong. That's what it's saying in a forum post quoting the player's handbook.
You want to check that out, Lyco, or make a call?
That sounds. I think I've read that myself. That you just decide, hey, this. Of course, yeah, I'm shooting this arrow at its face, but it's just going to like
Graze
bump
it.
it on the head.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, with this thing, shooting an arrow in the face.
Right, that's
Probably
why,
won't
like,
kill
how
it.
do you determine, what the final shot is going to be,
I think
Because, I mean,
that,
yeah,
like
I
everything
could.
else, this edition, this to simplify things instead of having all these complex rules of how to do stuff. Well, you didn't say you're using the flat of your blade, so you accidentally killed it. It's like, no, I'm not trying to kill it. I'm shooting for,
Right.
a shoulder shot or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, for me, that wouldn't be hard because I can just, control the intensity of the spell, basically. For, like,
For Jim Jar, I was wondering if I could use a bonus action to. No, never mind.
He has multi attack.
I know, but I was wondering if I could go like ranged hide and shoot and still get the sneak attack because he should get the stone camouflage, so hiding shouldn't be too tough.
Yeah, he does have the stone camouflage too. So, I mean,
Yeah,
I would say
because I
since he's
noticed his is pretty poor.
yeah, um, I would say it'd be fairly easy considering the giant's kind of distracted with everything right now. He's just kind of in a rage. So
Would shooting while stealth give advantage for the attack roll? Or I don't. Hold on, I'm gonna Google it again. I'm gonna Google this one.
if it's a sneak attack, then yeah.
Well, it says I can only get a sneak attack with. Oh, it says when the target is within 5 feet of an ally. So would that mean I could apply sneak attack to a ranged attack if, say, Fayore was engaging with him or the other party members?
Yeah, I mean, as long as they were within 5 feet of you, I mean, I'm sure you could, because you guys were in the middle of the thing. I'm sure there's something you could
No,
kind
with
of
it says within 5 feet of an ally.
right. So I'm sure there's something close enough to you guys where you can duck and cover behind something, and still be within 5 feet.
If nothing else, there's overturned freaking booths from the bazaar.
Yeah, there's debris everywhere and stuff. So giant rocks. All that.
Well, so I guess I'll just make the advantage stealth check, right? And then do the attack. Does that sound fine? I just want to
Yeah,
clear it all.
and then you would do either an
Do
extra
the
7 or an extra 2d6
hand
damage.
crossbow. Crossbow, it would be a sneak attack, just making sure.
Correct. You do an extra 7 damage or 2d6 damage, whichever.
What was that? Oh, never mind. That was with the sneak. Okay.
You did the war pick damage.
Oh, did I? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did. Um, could you? Is there a way? Would you be able to heal him in that 11, and I'll roll the
Yeah, one
hand
second.
crossbow?
All right, you're good. There you go. So you're
You have to move the tracker.
so Jim Jar's bow that he fires shoots out, hits the giant right in the tit meat, and the giant doesn't even really seem to notice. He just continue rampaging.
Fayore is going to do a scimitar attack. Ooh, wow, that Stone Giant's got decent AC. And he's going to use his offhand attack.
All
And that's
right.
it.
All right. And it kind of slices a little, little, what's the word I'm looking for? Little crevice into the surface of his skin. And once again, he doesn't really seem to notice. If anything, he just kind of flings his hand and just kind of spats you away a little bit. Fly back about 5 feet. And then whenever Fayen comes back. Do, 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 do. I wish I had some like calming elevator music.
Sorry, is it my turn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
it's cool. I was just saying
We
I
are
wish I had
attacking this, or
elevator
are we
music.
running?
Where did you actually make a call, like on whether we could call to not kill it or not?
Well, so far everybody's attacked it, so
So would that be considered that I've got friendlies near it for sneak attack damage, or no?
correct.
Okay. And I miss anyway.
Who had Eldith?
Does it show she's got it targeted? Yeah, there it is. It's taking a minute to show up. And then I can't pass her turns, I don't think, can I?
No, I'll have to do it.
Yeah, I keep hitting turn complete. It won't work.
Yeah, so uh,
She's using her bow, too.
so she shoots an arrow. It goes into uh, the other side of the torso of the stone giant. Just kind of sticks in a little bit, and the giant doesn't even seem to really react to it.
Yay, piercing damage. Yay, lots of hit points.
Meh. Like I said, we do not want to kill this on accident.
And I
Granted,
guess
technically though, Lyco, if I could cast Spare the Dying on it, right? Like,
yeah,
technically it should get a
technically.
saving throw like anything else.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to exceed its maximum hit points in one blow.
No, definitely not.
So, never mind, guys. I have Spare the Dying. If we knock it out, I'll just stabilize it.
That works.
We can leave it there unconscious.
I thought we were just going with the rules thing that the killing blow gets to decide whether it's lethal or not.
Yeah, either way, it's fine.
He didn't make that call, but yeah. Okay, never mind then. Just don't let it kill you.
And unfortunately, Fayore, you are the closest to him.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And he's just coming at you with his fist. Basically, he's just gonna freaking gut punch you across the little area there.
It says unarmed strike. Is he still using that bludgeoning thing, or is it just how it comes up as?
Well, he's got unarmed strike. Well, that's what it comes up as, but that's why he's just gonna punch you, but it still gives you bludgeoning damage. And so he just takes and just gut punches you. Think you feel a few ribs crack. And 1 second, I gotta check something. All right, and then after he lands the blow there, I'm gonna go ahead and add these two or four. All right, and then the you see basically four Duergar guards rush up to aid you guys in this battle.
Ooh, sorry.
Why are you trying to heal the stone giant, man? Oops. Oops. All right, and Kezzskull, it is your turn again.
My turn? Or did you want to let him
Yep.
heal?
Oh no, that I'm just trying to set up an ability.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Alright, well, my turn. Let's see. Go with that. And that's all I can do.
And as you cast your spell, the stone giant kind of stops for a minute, and both heads kind of look up to the sky, if you will, and just roar in pain. And then he continues lashing about.
Yeah, you guys probably don't want to let that anywhere near me if I can actually hurt it.
Jim Jar is going to. I think he's going to use that poison bolt attack.
All right.
Uh, Now it's a DC. Oh, hold on, me. I think I can maybe.
Yep.
Ooh, sorry. He needs a DC 12 con check, con saving throw. I thought that was going to give him the savings throw for it. I don't know.
You said a con save?
Yeah, DC 12 con.
Oops, wrong one. All right, how do I set it up for a DC? Oh, you. Never mind. Never mind. All right, so I got a 10.
Doesn't quite do it. Is that poison effect on him already?
Should be. I didn't take it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I accidentally hit him with that.
Yeah.
And now for the damage.
Nice.
And Jinjar is going to try to hide from it now.
All right.
And you can advance.
All right. And the first Durgar is going to run up with his javelin and stab the giant here.
Okay.
Wow, what a lot of damage that did. Now, I'm confused because it says damage 1d6 plus 2 piercing, and then right next to it says damage 2d6 plus 2 piercing.
No idea. I'd have to see, but
Anyway,
are they carrying more than one weapon?
yeah.
If not, they could just be giving you the option.
Yeah, he's got a choice between a war pick and a javelin.
So probably the war pick is 2 and the javelin's 1.
Well, the war pick has 2 different damages on it too. So
I'm not sure then.
I don't know. I have to look into that. One second. All right. And that first Duergar that ran up after he kind of took a jab at the giant, all of a sudden he disappears.
That's not good.
And then the next Duergar is going to do the same thing. With no avail, and he too disappears. And Fayore, it's all you.
I think I will. attack. First, I'm going to target it, and then use scimitar attack on the main hand. And the offhand, and I am going to do a what's it called? Action surge for another attack.
And as you start slicing up that giant, bigger chunks, I guess you could say, are kind of coming out of him, and he starts kind of stumbling back. He's looking quite worse for wear. I don't. Do stone giants bleed? I don't.
Say again.
Do stone giants bleed? Is that a thing?
I mean, they got to have some sort of organs and whatnot. Just stone skin, right?
I guess.
The giant, yeah.
All right, so it's bleeding pretty profusely at this point, and it's looking a little worse for wear. It's kind of swaying.
You may have cut out.
He did.
Well, I said it's bleeding profusely, and it's starting to sway side to side.
Okay. So who's up? Fayen?
Shows Fayore. There we go.
Oh, sorry, I didn't
No
advance
problem.
it.
Nice.
Very nice.
And now the giant is most definitely bleeding and breathing hard, and both of the heads are drooling and just starting to move with
A double miss from Eldith.
nice. Starting to move with like a sluggishness. A very heavy sluggishness.
Did it even show her attacks on there?
She missed both times.
That's what I thought, but I didn't show her. Oh, it's showing my picture beside hers. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you technically own her right now.
Right. I own that bitch.
Yeah.
She's still gay for me.
This is true. I'm trying to see who's closest. I think Fayen is the closest.
So you guys are taking him or Eldon, because she's taking short sword. Or no,
Yeah.
she was using a longbow.
Yeah, so
He was
Yeah,
using
it's
short sword.
either
So
either Fayen or Fayore.
Yeah, you
He's
guys
using
are-
a bow. How is he doing that?
where, huh?
He's using a short bow.
Yours says short sword.
Yeah, you're just saying short sword.
I'm clicking my button that says short bow.
How weird.
That's odd. I'm reading back through the text, but I got like my hotkey says short bow.
That's weird.
Let
Yeah,
me look.
I
There's a difference
imagine
here.
I
They're
imagine
both
they
the
have
same.
the same. Yeah, I imagine they're the same in every way.
Yeah.
Except
Okay, in
one
which
has the
case, yes,
range
it's
of.
Fayore, because Fayore's using scimitars.
Yeah, Fayore's up there with his scimitars.
All right, so he's still targeted on you, and he just kind of let's go hard with this one. So he grabs a rock that's next to him, and he's swinging that rock
I
at
want
you.
to push your. He
He's
just
actually
wants to push his friggin' little shipping dreams and make me heal him.
he's actually coming down on you, like he's gonna smush you with the rock. he's at a disadvantage. I'm trying to figure out why.
Poisoned? Flanked?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's
the
a good
poison.
question.
Heavily damaged?
Oh yeah, did the poison do that? Nice poison. I mean, it's still hit, but I mean, that's good to know.
Like I said, Lyco's just trying to push his shipping dreams by making me heal you.
Oh yeah, poison. You have a disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks. Either way, he still hits you, and he does a lot of damage. And you all hear a sickening crunch as Fayore is pummeled into the ground and is broken in every way, bleeding out everywhere. There's so much blood.
That sucks.
You and your shipping dreams, Lyco. I refuse to fall for the elf.
I'm not telling you to fall for the elf. You can kill the elf for all I care.
The Nile is not just a river in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then the next we have the Dwerger soldier here, or guard, whatever the hell he is, and he can do quite a bit. Okay.
I'd only heal him because Stool would be sadly chirring at the fact that he was dying.
Who else is going to keep you from getting stabbed?
Jurians?
He mutters as he's dying. Let's see. Okay.
Why did you make a deck save?
It's the rampaging stone giant. He's making a deck save.
Oh, okay.
All right, and then you guys see a cone of fire seems to come from this Durgar's hand and just hit the giant. The giant kind of screams out and staggers back. And now he's a charred, bloody mess. And then Durgar 2 is going to do the same here.
Oh, hey, I can do that.
And the other Durgar casts the same thing. Doesn't look like all the fire hits the giant, but it does kind of sideswipe him and screams out again and staggers back some more. We're back to you, Kezzskull.
Okay, so I should double check. Is an instantaneous yet? Double check.
To all the viewers, I don't get to talk to you guys very much. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to have to try to start doing that more. I appreciate anybody who's watching this. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. This has been a pretty eventful adventure so far.
So I can move and cast both, correct?
Do what?
I can move and cast both, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna move to where Fayore is, and I'll
Okay.
stabilize him. And then I'll use 2 of my sorcery points, and if this fucker doesn't like fire, well, that's just a little too bad for him.
Can you what was I gonna say? Oh, you said you're stabilizing him. How are you?
Yeah. I have the Spare the Dying, it's an automatic stabilization.
Okay, so it doesn't cost a action.
It's an instantaneous. And then my sorcery points lets me cast Burning Hands as an instantaneous as well. With my quicken spells.
So you're able to cast 2 spells?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just confused there for a second.
The sorcery font, the meta magic, remember? Showed you where it is under my notes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Member? You member.
Nope, I don't remember. No, I do. I remember. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So, you burn him, and once again he screams back, he stumbles back, and he kind of falls to his knees. He's still up, but he's not looking so good. Oh, and as far as Fayore,
He's just stabilized. He's not dying anymore. But he's
okay,
still at 0.
that still puts him at unconscious, right?
Yeah.
I believe
Okay.
so, because it says you touch a living creature that has 0, creature becomes stable, has no effect on undead or constructs.
Okay.
He just didn't have to make test saves.
Right. All right.
So yeah, he doesn't have to try to keep himself alive while we're dealing with this.
Oh, it's almost dealt with.
And then that's all I can do.
Jimmy Jar.
Jim Jar is pretty upset that his buddy that is yet to repay him for that drink is gone down.
Damn it, he made a bet. He's going to stay
Now,
alive.
is there still anyone within 5 feet of him for the sneak attack damage?
Well, yeah, there's Duergar. Hold on. Oh,
I
no,
mean, would
there
that
would
count?
be... Yeah, Eldith should be back there. Eldith and Fayen.
Well, there has to be somebody within 5 foot of the target.
Oh, it's 5 foot with the target?
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
you got to have an ally in melee.
Wouldn't me and Fayore count? I mean, if he was close enough to get swiped at.
Fayore would count, yeah. So would Eldith, or not Eldith. Eldith was using that. So yeah, Fayore would be really the only one.
Deurgar, probably.
Yeah, I mean, the Duergar are technically allies at this point.
So that's a yes on the sneak attack.
Correct.
All right, so Jim Jar is going to fire that hand crossbow again. He's just too distraught, though.
My buddy.
Getting a bit scared. He's really going to try to stealth his way out of this. At the very least, he doesn't want to be the next target.
Right.
Deurgar time.
And the Duergar runs up and is pretty crazy for a Durgar. He runs pretty quick and does this cool little run and jump like Sparta move, and just takes his javelin and he's gonna stick it right in the giant's chest.
This,
And
this is Sparta. This
and
is Gracklstugh.
and as the spear makes contact, the Durgar lets go, and the stone giant falls straight back and is not uh, coherent.
So, seeing that it's they seem to have some idea of what's going on.
He's
I'll
dying.
address the question to them on. Yeah, I'll address the question to them on if they want it alive.
No, yeah. We'll try to subdue it. Then maybe we
I can
win
stabilize
some
it for
point.
returning to whence it came.
Yeah, so maybe we can get some brownie points for helping and not killing it.
Exactly. Do any of them have an objection to that?
No.
Okay, well, I'll stabilize it then. So it's no longer dying, but it's still unconscious completely.
And once you guys do that, another stone giant comes through the shattered gate. But this one looks perfectly normal. One head, not slobbering all over the place. He
Oh,
reaches.
holy fuck! Another one.
That's better.
He reaches the fallen giant at the same
Started
time.
kid.
He reaches the fallen giant at the same time as the squad of Duergar guards gets there.
See me scuttle
The
back away
guards
from that. Because, yeah, no.
the guards who fought alongside you guys, they explain the situation to the giant. They're not really making you guys out to be heroes, but then again, they're not really, talking shit either. They're just kind of telling it how it is. And the giant's just kind of
Tell
nodding.
you. See, I told you.
You know better than me. I'm just following orders.
And the giant kind of looks at you guys and waves you over to his spot where he's at.
I'm not gonna
I'm
not do it.
gonna tell Stool to sit on fucking Fayore so that he doesn't go anywhere or get drug off without us knowing about it.
Because Stool's gonna do
And
anything.
I'll cautiously wander closer.
I saw Stool beat a man to death with his stool legs.
Well, I'm sorry, if it starts screaming because he's being dragged away, at least we know,
Right.
Saw Stool shoot a man in Reno.
The terrified eking, is at least good for something. And I'll cautiously walk over. I am the one that told them to keep it alive after all.
And as you get over there, the giant introduces himself as Dorhan, apprentice to stone speaker Hagram, however you say that. He reveals that the giant that you guys just fell there, his name is Rehud, and that he was another of the stone speaker's apprentices. Rehud was apparently communing with the stone in Cairngorm Cavern when he apparently went crazy, and as he went crazy, he sprouted a second head and then just busted out of there all crazy like. He thanks you guys for not killing him. Rehud was like a brother, to Dorhun, so he's very grateful, and he asks you to come visit the Cairngorm Cavern before you guys leave the city, and he informs the stone guards of this as well, and expresses to the stone guard the importance that that the Stone Speaker means to the Stone Guards and asks that they escort you guys to the city to meet with him whenever you guys are ready.
You're cutting out, Lyco.
Of fucking course I am.
You're
He
back.
said he's like a
What?
son to the big dude in charge, and that
No,
He's
he
like a
expresses
brother.
to the stone.
What was the other giant's name?
Rehud?
No, the other one.
Dorhun?
The one in charge.
Dorhood?
Yeah, Dorhun is an apprentice to Stone Speaker Hegrum. Also, Rehud was as well. They were like almost like brothers. Rehud was communing with the stone in Cairngorm Cavern when he went mad, sprouted a second head, and stormed out. He thanks you guys for not killing him and tells you guys to visit Cairngorm Cavern before you guys leave the city. He informs the Stone Guards of this and expresses the importance that the Stone Speaker means to the Stone Guards and asks that they escort you guys to Cairngorm Caverns whenever you guys are ready.
Okay, so they're supposed to take us there, like right now, or just when we want to go?
Just whenever you guys want to go. You guys will find those guards. I'm assuming the guards will tell you, where they'll be, and they will take you there themselves. They're not happy about it. They fucking hate you.
Well, in that case, I will very fervently and properly thank the other for the warm invitation, and indicate that I hope that they can fix him from whatever has ailed him, and just be pretty much smarmy in face of the guards being jackasses, and tell him that I'm pretty sure that we can make a trip to the caverns before we leave.
And he thanks you and grabs the other giant, kind of cradles him in his arms, and takes him to the other, past the other. Oh. And he thanks you, and then kind of cradles the other giant in his arms and takes him past the other side of the wall there. And real quick,
Okay.
I'm going to divide some experience up between you guys before I forget.
Okay.
He's like, as I'm unconscious and it doesn't matter.
Gym jars, does being small still give you an AC bonus in 5e?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I want to say
Probably,
it does, but
yeah.
so many
Probably
editions.
only the +2, yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'll have to look that up.
Oh, never mind.
And Fayore.
Do what?
How come Fayen and Fayore have 2,700 experience as their cap for the level?
It hasn't been adjusted. What's the next level?
It's 6,500.
It doesn't.
65. Well, 65 for whichever one of you has the lower level, and then I don't know what the higher level one is.
Sorry.
Third. It's just whatever's fourth level.
Fayore is level 4, so his is 6,500. You are still showing as level 3, so yours would be 20. Well, even still, right now it'd make you level 4, or yeah, level 4. So
What level do you need for 4?
I believe it was 2,700.
I think it
Yeah,
was.
but with this
All
recent
right, so
experience,
now
I
I'm
just
4.
yeah.
And then what's for 5th?
65.
65. And Fayore,
Okay,
I'll
so
just
I
change
need to.
Fayore's right now.
You want me to go ahead and level my guy or wait?
Um, it's up to you guys. I don't mind either way.
Level 4 is not a huge level. It's everyone's
Ability score.
ability score / feat level.
Yeah, so I mean, if you already kind of know what you want and stuff, then you can go ahead and do that real quick.
Okay.
But Fayore and Kezzskull, you're almost level 5.
Yay!
I gotta get you to level 6 before you guys get out of here. Well, get out of Gracklstugh anyway.
Sounds like we need to beat up some more Gracklstughians.
Why do you think I was being smarmy to the guards? I know who's more important. Why is he making a dying
Hey,
check?
whoa.
Yeah, I stabilized his ass. I had to touch it. You're not taking that away.
Yeah, I don't know why that rolled that. I didn't even touch your thing. I was deleting everything off the combat tracker. Oh, I know why. Because I went to the next round. I started the round over. But you're good.
Yeah, I took away the failed save column thing.
Yeah, that's fine. Be right back.
Mm-hmm. Can you second wind him while he's dying?
No, I was just clicking this thing to try to change its icon.
Isn't that a right click?
No, I'm just getting like a big window of things instead. I'm trying to see if I can change this category.
Mm.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
So let me go. Let me know when you guys are ready.
As ready as any unconscious man is.
You know you can go ahead and heal him right now, right?
Do I have to? Ugh, I already touched it. Didn't he have healing potions? Let me search his pockets.
She's gonna
I
jack you,
I
dude.
seem to remember there being healing potions involved here.
Don't let her fool you. She just wanted an excuse to go into my pants and search my
That's why I
pockets.
said somebody else search your pockets. Thank you very much.
Oh no, you're gonna have to do it.
Oh no, I'm not doing it. If I have to search him, yeah, I'll just heal him. We will be taking a break so that I can recover my spells.
Okay.
Seriously, I have to fucking touch him. God damn. Shut the fuck up, you.
You like it.
I'll make you search for the potion if you're gonna laugh at me.
He fades into the shadow.
Yeah, he's like, yep, nope, bye.
Yep, he fades into the shadow.
Oh, you just need to do the one on me to get me conscious.
Oh, okay, well
Yeah,
then. And he can drink his own goddamn potion.
right. So let's see.
Honestly, I just need to wake up, and I could second wind myself, in a matter of however many rounds, however many short rests it takes.
Yeah, well, there you go. And I'm gonna take stool and quickly just like wiping my hand on stool, like vigorously.
All right, so that should be sufficient to get you up.
And I'm say again.
I was just gonna say that was a pretty near death experience there, bud.
Cut out again. Something about a near-death experience.
Yeah, I said that was a pretty near death experience there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically it should have killed me. I'm not sure how the rules go by in 5e though.
Nope, it didn't exceed or anything, so you were just dying.
Well, it did exceed my constitution. The hit over, I think.
I thought it had to exceed whatever your max HP was.
AFK sec.
Yep. Yeah, it has to.
Well, yeah, it did do. It did like 34 damage.
Thought it only did 24.
Yeah, it did.
I thought it would. I thought.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Did 36. Did 36 damage. You had 31 hit points. So, or no, you had already had damage.
Did I not save him then?
So it was exceeding hit points by 17.
But this hit, it still had to his maximum, I think.
Yeah, you would have had to have exceeded by.
I got to hop butt real quick. I'll be back in just a little bit. My kid throwing up at school, so I got to go pick her up.
No problem.
Okay.
If we get in a fight or you need me to do something, just do roguey things and shoot stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, fair enough.
Doing roguey things. Let's see. So damage 36 to Fayore. Damage exceeds hit points by 17. Status dying. So yeah, puts you unconscious. So you would have had to have gone to would have had to have exceeded by the 31, wouldn't it?
It would have had to hit negative 31 if it hit
Right.
for 17.
For automatic
He still
death.
had.
Okay.
Yeah. So he didn't
Okay.
automatically die. You were dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the automatic death from Pathfinder, where
Yeah,
it's your
it's like-
con score instead of your total.
Right.
So no, with me stabilizing you, they still would have had to smack on you a little more before you died.
Yeah. He just.
They
broke
don't
every
make
bone in his body.
dying that quick here in 5e. Anyway, I'm gonna spend a second wind.
Just drink a potion, bruh.
Oh, was that 2? Sorry.
13, not 11.
Okay, so you still have, 11 damage? Let's see where you at.
He had 0. I healed him for 7, and he healed himself for 13, so he healed for 20. So he's at 20.
There it is. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm just so used to double clicking in this.
Yeah, I do it too. So your status is healthy, but you still you got some battle scars. Unless you want to drink a potion or something.
I want to take I want to take a short rest.
I need to rest anyway to revive my spells before we go out and potentially deal with more crazy giants.
Okay,
And since I had to waste them on you,
you guys want to go back to the inn and just take a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long's a short rest? What's it? 10 or 20 minutes?
Short rest is fuck. I don't remember. Let's see.
I thought it was 4 hours. I thought it was
That's
half.
what I thought too, but I don't know.
Half hour?
No, half of a long rest.
Yeah, it's 4 hours. Yeah.
So 4 hours. And 8 hours is a long rest. 4 is a short rest.
Yep.
But they're at our beck and call. The guy said that they have to take us, so they're gonna have to wait on us.
Yeah, they're gonna basically stand outside the inn until you guys are ready.
So I want my spells completely replenished. So, but a short rest should do that, I believe. Yeah?
No, I'll check.
Oh, it says a short rest is 1 hour long.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, that works too.
What's it say about spells?
Say about what?
What's it say about spells?
Depends on your spells.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what it says. I think it's normally a long rest for all your spells.
Trying to find your spells here. There it is. So you used. So Ray of Frost. Which one did you use your spell casting? Was that the Ray of Frost? Oh no, that's a cantrip.
I used Ray, I used Necrotic, and then Ray is a cantrip anyway.
Yeah, it's inflict wounds. Yeah.
Yeah, I used Inflict and Burning Hands. And then,
hold on 1 second.
Cure Wounds.
You regain all expended spell slots when you finish a long rest.
Yeah, so, I'm sorry.
So long rest too.
They can wait. They can wait until we're ready to go as per Mr. Giant Dude. And
well, you get trance, don't you?
Yeah.
So we could do this in 4 hours.
Yeah,
do what?
The trance. It lets me.
Oh, like meditate?
I don't have to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can do it in 4 and what a human can do in 8.
Yeah.
So 4 hours is fine.
That will give me a chance to take short rest between her things and fully heal myself with the second winds. Breaking the system.
And was Urians hurt at all? Or did he get his way unscathed? Okay. As long as everybody else is good, I'd say otherwise heal them as well.
He did his roguey things.
Yeah.
I already healed you, bro.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So we took a 4-hour break, basically.
Essentially, and while she's meditating, I'm gonna offer the who was escorting us.
They're called the Stone Guards. They're the Deurgar guards.
Oh, I'm gonna see if any of them would like a drink while we wait for the drow to meditate.
Wait for the sassy drow.
And you ask them, they both decline. You know, A, they're on duty. B, they don't like that scuzzy place. They prefer the brewery down the way.
Well, I apologize for the delay, and
leave me a note, tape this duel, and take him down there.
I guess I'll go back into the tavern and have myself a drink.
Duel is now unofficial message board. Just tape things to him when you need somebody to see it.
We need to replace Discord with Tool. Stool.
Be back later. Took guards down the street. So Urians is probably what? He's not gonna schmooze the guards.
He's probably hiding from the guards as best he can.
No, he's just kind of sunken in the corners of a tavern in the shadows, drinking.
Well, wasn't he talking about? Didn't he? He found out that somebody was like black markety. He could be asking
Ooh,
about that.
yes. Actually, that's a good idea. Although,
Because like
it's not going to do him much good right
we
now. But
got to come back to the tavern anyway, so nobody in the tavern would know anything.
No, they would. But I'm just saying it won't. Even if he does find anything out, it won't do him much good. But I'll roll right now.
Something to do while they wait.
Still nice to get it out of the way.
Right. 1 second.
Again, it gives him something to do for 4 hours while I sit there and meditate.
One second, I'm lost here. Where the fuck are you at? I forgot what the name of the damn inn was.
Gordon's lair.
Oh, yeah. There it is. So, intelligence investigation. DC 10. Wow.
Anyone know where to find a black market?
Right?
Is he gonna keep trying?
There we go.
I was about to say he's got 4 hours to kill.
Yeah, I figured if he had 4 hours, then I'd roll 1 die for every hour until he got what he needed.
Makes the text. That way everybody has an hour to forget about how dumb he is.
Right.
People wander in and out.
All right, so he does find out that that there are trade routes out of Gracklstugh. They've become more dangerous recently. The fauna and more primitive denizens of the Underdark are all riled up about something. Nobody really knows what's going on, but it seems like the whole Underdark has gone mad. Among the tales told by the travelers, secondhand stories about demons attacking isolated settlements are quite common, actually. And he investigates again. Where is it? There it is. All right, there we go. All right, so towards the end of the 4-hour break there. God damn it, did I close it again? Fuck. All right, there we go. He finds out towards the end, finally, talking to the right people, that there is a female deurgar. She's, as I mentioned, a member of the Merchant Council. She's a canny caravan master and prides herself on always arriving at her destination ahead of schedule. And her name is Ilsa Hinstack.
Okay.
And anytime, he had asked about the surface, a couple people did direct him to Ilsa. Though he was told that she has no caravan scheduled anytime soon, she does make the character, she might make you guys an offer.
So we have at least a place to start.
Yeah, you gotta find Ilsa. So Fayen's happy. He's like, "Woo, buddy! I might have a way to the surface."
Goody for
I'll
you,
drink to
says the
that.
drow. Because, she gives no fucks about the surface, honestly.
Just your precious onyx stone.
No touchy.
I kill you.
Mm-hmm.
The precious is.
It's not my fault it's smarter than you are.
Burn.
That would look good in some of my jewelry I'm about to make here.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Be a
touch it, see what
shame
happens.
if it disappeared.
Uh-huh. Considering you're not gonna get it out of my bag, I would keep your greedy little hands to yourself.
No, this is a surface dweller tactic here. I'll distract you, and Fayen will just slip in.
Fayen likes me. He's not gonna do shit for you.
Fayen likes money.
And you think you've got more than I do?
Probably.
She just got done turning down all of your petty little tribute there, and you're still of that opinion?
I mean, you kept one stone for yourself as opposed to making more gold selling it, but whatever. I mean, some people are covetous of objects as opposed to money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we really don't have much to do other than that. I mean, with him figuring that out. Do we want to go ahead and head that way, or do we want to wait for him?
I wish he brought his phone with him.
He probably did, but he didn't. Probably isn't thinking to log in because the kid's sick.
Yeah.
One
Well,
distraction is
that
enough,
wouldn't. Yeah, that wouldn't work on the way back.
Because that's the thing, is if the kid's sick, he's gotta keep an eye on him, not his phone. He said it would only be a minute, so it's not like we haven't done anything in his absence.
Let's reconvene then in a few minutes. I'm gonna take a break.
Yep, sounds good. I'm just kind of reading ahead a little bit, getting a refresher on what's coming up.
Yeah, starting to trek into unknown territory.
Yep, gonna go beyond the gates.
All right, I'll be back in a couple minutes. If he gets back before I'm back, you can send me a message on Discord.
Okay.
I'll have my phone on me.
All right, cool.
I'm back if anyone's still here.
Mm-hmm.
Sin just left. He said he'd be back, but hold on, let me send him a message. That was quick. Is the school like right around the corner from your house?
It's not far.
Do you own a helicopter or something? That was like really fast.
Nah, it's a small town.
Ah. All right, so I'm gonna catch you up a little bit. So they got Fayore healed, all healed up. They decided to go back to the tavern for a little bit, take a short rest, and kind of regroup. So that way he could heal and she could re up her spells a little bit. So she meditated. Fayore healed himself and then drank. And you were wandering around in the tavern, trying to get more information as far as contacts, ways to the surface, and things like that. You did end up figuring out that there is a lady who is well known, for going to the surface. As I mentioned before, she's a member of the Merchant Council, and you found out that her name is Ilsa Hinstack. And you've gathered that she doesn't have any, nobody thinks she has any routes soon, but she might be able to cut you guys a deal. And also, you've figured out too that you found out through everybody else that the ways up to the surface seem to be overloaded with, different creatures that seem to have gone crazy, and there's talk of demons as well.
Yeah, that's just another reason to get the hell out of the Underdark.
And Sin is still MIA.
Mm-hmm.
Wish there was a way.
Okay, so this is sweet now. If you, I picked observant for my feet, so my passive perception is now 22.
Damn. So you pretty much always notice everything.
It's gonna have to be some really hidden, hard to find shit.
Right.
And that's also on passive investigation too, which won't be as high. It will be 20 on passive investigation though. So because I'm building this dude as the box man, is like totally like if there's a trap, I can find it and I can disable it.
Right. Yeah, I think they were pretty much discussing at this point, going ahead and going with the stone guards to the wherever.
And if I can see a creature's mouth move, or see a creature's mouth while it's speaking a language I understand, I can interpret what it's saying by reading its lips.
Nice.
Nice. Damn. 4 hours and we only had one combat. Well, 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Technically, we had 2. Me and Sin went at it.
That was expected.
If we scare the rogue, it counts.
Always try to set a little time aside for Fayore and Kezzskull romance.
Not. You need to stop shoving your shipping dreams onto me. I'm not for your
Come on.
fantasy projecting over
It
here.
can be a better love story than Twilight.
Anything's a better love story than Twilight. Thank you.
Us killing that giant almost is a better love story than Twilight.
Yeah.
That actually was. That was actually pretty cool. Giant came out. He's like, "No, my brother."
Oh shit! Another one.
That would have sucked if you'd have just attacked it. Like, oh god.
Right, reflex. Ah!
I don't even think I have any stats for that other giant.
Probably because it would have been like, no, sorry, my bad. Poor jumpy little, tiny flesh beings.
You guys can message me on Discord. I'll have my phone on me.
Having it and actually using it, 2 different things.
And it said you could message me, didn't say I would respond.
He's probably pooping.
That's no excuse.
That's my
Yeah,
guess.
who didn't take their phone with them?
Yeah.
This is true. In the 90s, it was magazines. Now it's cell phone.
Cell phone's got more options.
Shoot, there's times I forget I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm so lost in
So your
Facebook.
legs start hurting.
Uh-huh. My toes start tingling. I'm like, oh shit, I'm still in the bathroom.
I've been in here for a while. Shit.
Literally. Come on, Sin. This is like the best part.
Then.
It's funny because I'm gonna have to cut like this whole last 20 minutes out of the video. So if anybody
Well,
does,
you're gonna have to edit it for him finding all of that info. Yeah.
because if anybody does watch it, which I doubt anybody does, but if
They don't wanna
anybody
listen
does
to us
watch it,
ramble.
yeah, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Get to the game."
No, bitches. I'm healing. You're lucky we don't give you 4 hours of time while I sit there and heal.
Right? We could take the realistic approach. No, but really sorry, guys, for the wait. I know you guys
Why did I heal him?
out there that are watching.
If I'd just left him unconscious, we could have just drug him with us.
Neko keeps talking.
Well, we need a bag of holding.
No, we just drag him. We'll put Stool right on him, and Stool can ride him while we drag him.
That's fucked up.
I think it's cute. You can be encouraging. Keep your head up. Except he's unconscious, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed that you guys killed that giant. Well, brought it down. I mean, you basically killed it. I'm quite impressed by that because That sumbitch could potentially do a lot of damage, and he had a lot of hit points.
Inflict wounds does a nasty smack. Like, it just does.
Like, that kind of gives
like...
me hope for the upcoming demon battles. If, you guys don't escape the Underdark first.
Oh, don't worry. They have resistances and we can roll fumbles.
Freaking Demogorgon is way overpowered.
We're not fighting that anytime soon, thank you.
Ugh, man, thank God.
About never.
Fayen's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here, guys.
Yeah, you do realize that if we leave it down here, it's going to eventually come up and eat you guys, right?
That's okay. I got more friends up top.
This is true.
But yeah, but if it gets up top, it's going to do shit tons of damage. Like, you saw what it did to the fish people's village. Like, don't you kind of want to, like, keep it down here where all that damage is on us poor little drow?
But yeah, it's got plenty to do down here. I'm not worried about it. I'm human. My life expectancy isn't that long anyway.
I guarantee it'll take them less time than you think. He destroyed
AFK
a town
sec.
in a couple hours.
Oh,
you know?
We have to be the heroes and stop the demon that's trying to take over the world.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, you can run away, but it's going to eventually find you, so, have fun with that. And, if you don't think that if you run away that everybody will know that you were involved in it getting up to the surface, you were severely mistaken.
Snitch.
AFK for snacks. Be right back.
Yep.
I'm
Snitch
back.
my ass. Ah!
Do what? All I can hear is laughing when I put the headset down.
Right when you left, Sin was like, all right, I'm back.
I'm just going to the kitchen. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you still there, Sin?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so he's gonna get snacks, and then we'll continue for the next about half hour or so.
Whatever sounds good.
Can't wait till I'm able to play another game. That was fun.
Yeah, I always preferred playing over DMing.
Yeah, DMing's a lot of work. Like, there's a lot of shit you gotta do.
Yeah. That's
Like
why
after-
people rotate.
Yeah, after a while, it almost seems like a chore. Like, you start out because you're like, oh man, this is gonna be so fun. Like, after a few games, you're just like, let it be over.
Gotta do the thing. Yep, that's why people rotate. They.
Or the DMs just try to kill everybody.
Yeah, that too.
That's what my DM does on my other game. He intentionally designs superiorly hard combats for us. If somebody doesn't go down every combat, we could tell he's upset.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I like hard combat. Like, I like giving people a challenge, but at the same time, like, I like to play the story, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's really almost no story. It's like, well, all this combat, and the pretense is you're on a mission for the king. And it's pretty hands off the RP. It's like 90% combat.
That sounds boring.
A lot. Yeah.
It sometimes it feels boring, but I do enjoy good combat.
Who's a good girl? Hi. Hi.
Are you petting Fayore?
No. Petting Zelda. Huh. You should speak. Hey. Hey. No, don't be cute. Moron. Tell her to speak and she rolls over and lays on her back. No. Hey. 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 Speak.
Oh, sorry, it took longer than I thought. Sick kid
There
needed
you
something.
go. Hi. Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, so what's going on?
Kezzskull's petting Fayore.
I am not petting Fayore.
Well, that's what I heard. I was wondering, like, did she just break down? Like, I love you.
Yeah, she's like, you're so cute. Ooh.
God, Lord.
Your skin
no.
is so pale.
I'm gonna be sick, and I'm gonna be sick all over you assholes. And then I'm gonna take Stool, and we're gonna go finish some quests, so you guys can stay here.
Yeah,
I would not put Stool at such risk.
right.
Yeah, well, you don't have to. He likes me better.
Alrighty. So, conspire.
Okay, so we already know that he found the thing, or is he gonna tell us that he found the thing, or what's the deal on that?
I made it to where he told you guys what he found.
Okay. So we know the bitch is there. We know that these guys are waiting for us.
Yep.
I say we do that first, because we still have to go find her. So...
Might as well see what they want. Hopefully, they compensate us for our troubles.
I
Oh,
got
why
the
so
snark
much
at the
salt,
guards. I'm
Fayore? Jeez.
pleased.
I don't like getting bashed with rock clubs.
You're fine now, you baby.
Oh, young love. So you guys are going with the guards?
Yes.
Alright. 1 second here. Let me clear some shit out of here.
Unless any of either of the PCs have a problem with that.
There we go.
Mommy.
I mean, I can't see Jim Jar or Aldrich having an issue with that, so...
Okay. So, 1 second. I have my finger in my eye. Alright. So, you guys go back outside. The guards are not so patiently waiting for you outside. They're grumbling. They're cussing at you in Dwarven. And, yeah, they're grumpy.
Meh.
But, no matter how much they hate it, they agree to take you to the place. The Stone's Keep, or whatever it's called. And so, you guys go back out to the little marketplace thingy, the Dark Lake District. Then you guys go past the first set of walls, through the big ass hole that one left, that the giant left, and you guys cross a very narrow bridge that goes over what looks to be like some sort of chasm of some sort. Seems to stretch as far east and west as the eye can see. And then you go to the other side of the little chasm there, and this is where all the really ritzy ditzy, if you want to call them that, Duergar live. All the political persons and shit. And when you get right about there where that arrow is pointing, up to you guys comes a couple of robed figures. They're not like cloaked or anything. They don't have like hoods or anything, but they're wearing red robes, and they are Duergar as well. And they approach the guards and start speaking in Dwarven. The Dwarven guards kind of raise their voice, seem to get agitated, but then the one of the people in the red cloaks kind of flashes a looks like some sort of badge or something, and then the guards just kind of split, and one of the Duergar in red speaks up and says, the keepers have business with you. Please follow us.
Do they talk in like normal Dwarven or like that Durgar Dwarven?
Um,
I'm only asking because I can speak Dwarven.
I would just say normal Dwarven. I mean, it would be like slang version of Dwarven, so it'd be enough to where you could understand what they're saying.
And they said,
And they said the keepers have business with you. Come with us. Please
no,
come
I
with
mean
us.
when they were talking to the other Dwarven guards.
Oh, when they're talking to the other Dwarven guards, they said, keepers of the flame have business with these adventurers. The guards said no. We were on direct orders to take them to the Stone's Keep, and the keepers said something along the lines of, he'll be upset. He has more power over Gracklstugh than stupid stone giants. And then that's when they flashed the badge, and then they just kind of walked away.
Basically, he's bigger than that boss, and he outranks you.
Yeah, but you don't know who he is.
Right, so they're taking us not to the.
Onto the stone
They're,
cairn.
yeah, they're not taking us to the Conhord Cavern.
To the Cairngorm Caverns? No.
You cut out right there in the middle.
No, they're not taking you to the Cairngorm Caverns.
I'm not going to say anything and just follow then.
I'm just gonna shrug. I mean, one armed escort is as good as another.
Right. I mean, they don't appear to be armed, but
It's the same difference,
Yeah, who knows what kind of magic they know anyway. And they're,
right.
obviously have some clout in the city. I mean, we can't just attack them in the city. We wouldn't get too far. So, I'll just keep that information to myself and keep following them.
All right. So at the far southeast corner, hold on 1 second. Far southeast corner of Gracklstugh's cavern. That's where they take you. Outside of the cavern stands a couple more of these people in red robes, just standing there. Looks like they're guarding the entrance. Yeah, and then he takes you within that little cavern there into this big open space. And let's see. One second. All right. And as he, God damn it, stop doing that. As the Durgar priests lead you into a building carved from the stone just outside the huge cave entrance, the ground kind of trembles slightly, and a thunderous voice echoes against every wall. Gartokar, the voice calls as a reptilian behemoth comes into view, its scales the color of lava, its bright yellow eyes glowing in the shadows of the cave before coming into the light. You didn't say I was having surfacers for dinner today. The dragon kind of chuckles at his own wit. He thinks he's funny. His massive body gives the distinct impression that he's overweight. You can pretty much tell that his eating habits aren't that great. He doesn't get much exercise, so he's a big fat ass dragon basically. Durgar priest says, "Foreigners, meet the Father of Flame, the ever burning, and the Foundry's heart, Thimbershad, the wormsmith of Gracklstugh."
What was his name again?
Thermoshot.
Thimbershad.
Thimbershot.
Bow.
His title is what again?
Ever burning.
It is the
Heart of the Forge.
Father of the Flame, the ever burning, and the Foundry's heart. Thimbershad, the wormsmith of Gracklstugh.
So, while they deal with the dragon, I'm gonna hiss at that little dwarf that this is not where we're supposed to be.
Do you speak Dwarven?
No. But I speak Drow. And if he can't get the impression that I'm unhappy with the situation from me hissing at him in Drow.
He just kind of looks at you weird. Like, what the fuck's our problem?
Kezzskull, they seem to outrank the stone speakers, it seems.
You don't speak Drow either.
I can tell you're unhappy.
And
he
does
what's
speak
new?
Dwarven, so he heard everything that the priest said. You two didn't.
Yeah, well. I'm also pretty sure I was not supposed to see a dragon today. But,
Well, it seems he wanted, he summoned us. Great Father of the Flame, we are honored to meet you.
And
how can one such as humble and lowly as us benefit you, Great Worm?
do you speak Dwarven too?
I think so. Let me double check. Yes, Common and Dwarven. That's it.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so he says in his booming voice, "I have heard what you did with the stone giant, and I was impressed. I have some need for you. The keepers have need for you." And then the dragon seems to switch his language and asks in common, "Do you speak in common tongue?"
Oh, was he talking Dwarven this whole time?
Yes, he was talking Dwarven the whole time.
Okay.
that's why I had no idea what was going on. That's why I'm hissing at the little dwarf, because it was like, this was not in deal here.
Yes, we all speak common, Great Father of the Flame.
He kind of nods to acknowledge, and then he asks in Dwarven. He asks for the other um, keepers to leave, so he could speak with you all privately. And they're kind of hesitant, but they got to do what he asks.
Big ass dragon.
And as they walk out, you guys notice that behind Thimbershad is a huge pile of gold pieces, silver pieces, platinum pieces, copper pieces, fire opals, all sorts of gems and treasures and just amazingness.
Everything a dragon horde is known for.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, if you guys got your hands on this, holy crap.
We literally could not carry it all.
Probably not, no. And
I don't feel like being Dragon Chow.
Yeah, I really wouldn't suggest that.
Maybe we help him out. He'll give us something from it.
It's possible.
Bastards.
Let's see. All right, so, oh wait, that's too far down. All right, so when they leave, he turns to, why can't I think of your fucking name right now? Kezzskull, and
Fayore Kezzskull.
he asks your name.
Kezzskull.
Mighty Kezzskull. And what is your story? How did you come to get to Gracklstugh?
Okay, she is giving him such a look of disbelief. Big flaming hunk of lizard and Mighty Kezzskull. Yeah. She knows something's up. Can I make a check on that?
What kind of check?
I guess insight.
For what?
Just like
a sense
try
motive,
to figure
maybe?
out, yeah, like what's up with this? Again, big flaming hunk of fire dragon wants to call me Mighty Kezzskull. Like, I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
The natural drow suspicion goes, uh-huh.
I mean, either way, the answer's going to be the same, but yeah, go ahead. Nice. So yeah, you are very positive that this is just how he is. He's just a nice dragon. He's kind of arrogant, believes in himself a lot, but yeah, he really doesn't seem to have any foul motives. He's just trying to get to know you.
Generally wants to know why I'm down here.
Yeah, he's just making small talk.
Okay, she's extremely confused by this. Doesn't understand why the dragon would want to know, but we can humor the lizard. So she'll tell him she came from one of the great houses in Menzoberranzan, and she got caught up, kidnapped, and stuck in a big ass cage with a bunch of people, and made their way here after they escaped.
Interesting. And he looks to you, Fayore, and your name.
I am Fayore, humble jeweler and mechanist of the surface.
He kind of laughs, booming, Well, aren't we proud of ourselves? Well, Fayore, how did you manage to get here in the Underdark?
Through a series of unfortunate events, I found myself slinked into the Underdark in one of my journeys. Unfortunately, my luck has been poor as of late, and I am just seeking a way to return to the surface.
She's laughing in the background. Yeah, poor luck, I saved your life.
And he nods and then looks to Fayen and says, and you, sir?
I am Fayen Mor. I'm just a simple traveler. I apply my trade trying to thwart mechanical locks that keep me out of things I probably should be out of. But while delving in a few dungeons, I was waylaid by her kind, but not as kind as her, and wound up in a cell with these two folks.
You ass kisser.
He knows what's up.
Interesting. So you're a thief then?
She said more. I didn't hear anything. So that's all I heard.
Oh, he said, so you're a thief then?
I'm more of a consider myself a box man. I don't necessarily steal things. I just enjoy getting into them.
Interesting. Curiosity, I like that. And he sort of kind of takes a few steps back and coils up on his cozy mountain of treasure. And he says, I have a favor to ask of all of you. He says, my agents, the keepers of the flame, they call themselves. He says, they are very loyal. They give me everything I could ever want. But I fear there's some foul play. I feel that they are hiding something from me, holding something back, something that I need to know.
There's some.
Did you cut out?
God fucking
You
damn it.
fear there was something, and then you kind of went silent for a couple of seconds.
God, I don't understand how this cuts out when I'm hardlined into the fucking... Ugh, so fucking frustrating.
Still cutting out.
Why the fuck are you cutting out? Can you hear me now?
Yes,
I
you can.
could hear you.
God, I fucking hate Discord. I am never using this again. I swear to God, I will make everybody download.
You're like the only person out there.
We could always switch to Skype in the future if that works better.
Skype is just as terrible.
It's all bad.
What's the other one?
TeamSpeak,
V. Starts with a V.
Ventrilo.
Ventrilo. There you go.
I always hated that.
I haven't used
personally.
Ventrilo in forever.
But we're not using it to chat. We're only using it to speak. So
There, I changed my server again. Hopefully that'll help.
so you said they've been keeping something from you.
Yeah, he says they've been keeping something from me. They've been holding something back, and I want to know what it is. So I ask of you to do whatever it is that the keepers ask of you, but report to me before reporting to them and let me know everything that they want to know. And then he tells you that Gartokar, the priest that led you in there, will be your liaison. And he calls him back in and orders that badges of gold be given to you and then sends you off. And that's where we're going to end the game.
Sounds good.
Badges? We don't need no stinking badges.
Actually, I'm good with having badges here because they're already pissy with us.
Yeah, pretty much these badges are going to get you wherever you need to go.
Nice.
Wherever we want to go.
I don't know about want to go, but...
I want to go to the surface.
Yeah, well, okay,
I wanna
you
go
don't want to
home.
go. I want to go.
I mean, there is still the hold of the Deep King who rules this place, and I don't think that badge can get you in there.
Meh.
I mean,
could
probably
try.
help. Probably help a lot.
Yeah.
But
Before we end, who was that priest that's a liaison?
Gartokar.
Oktar Ogar.
Guard to car?
Yeah, Gartokkar. Garp.
Drakkar Noir.
Dracarys.
They're orcs.
For the horde bitches.
Damn straight.
Well, to everyone, Fayore says it's best to play both sides if it's, you know, if it helps us get the hell out of here.
I'm good
Both
with
sides
helping.
against the middle.
I'm good with helping the dragon. It's confusing, the big happy lizard, but I'm good with it. It doesn't seem to have any.
You'd be surprised how happy dragons get with a giant hoard of treasure under their bellies.
I'm a drow. I expect all of you guys to be just backstabby, especially the big things.
I imagine he probably enjoys drow.
I am not food.
All right. Well, that ends session 5.
I don't think he
And
sees it that way.
I thank you guys for watching.
My brain went to a bad place. We're not going there.